Objective: to explain what mixtures and different types of mixtures are. Before we study about the mixtures, we should know what is pure substance. The substance in which all the constituent particles are of same type and their chemical nature is same is called pure substance. As we look around, we can see that most of the matter around us exists as mixtures of two or more pure components. For example, seawater, minerals, soil, etc. are all mixtures. What are mixtures? Mixtures are constituted by more than one kind of pure form of matter, known as a substance. For example, take gold and silver powders in separate china dishes. Add one powder with other, you will get a mixture. Here gold and silver are elements, hence it is a mixture of elements. Another example, take salt and sugar powders and mix them with each other, you will get a mixture. Here salt and sugar are compounds, hence it is a mixture of compounds. Properties of mixture are similar to the properties of constituents. Constituents of mixture can be elements or compounds. Difference between a mixture and compound. Activity 1. Take oxygen and hydrogen gases in separate chambers. Introduce a burning candle into both the chambers. Candle burns brightly in oxygen chamber and it burns with a pop sound in hydrogen chamber. Now, allow them to mix with each other by passing into a third chamber. The resultant is a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. If you introduce a burning candle into the mixture, it shows same properties as the hydrogen and oxygen have shown separately. This concludes that a mixture shows same properties of its constituents. Activity 2. Take a gas chamber and fix two electrodes at opposite ends. Fill the mixture of oxygen and hydrogen gas into this chamber. Allow passage of electricity through the electrodes. Due to the electric potential developed between the electrodes, hydrogen reacts with oxygen and forms water. Here, water formed is a compound, where each water molecule is made up of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. If you introduce a burning candle into water chamber, the flame goes off. Compounds do not show the properties of constituents. Types of mixtures: depending upon the nature of the components that form a mixture, we can have different types of mixtures. Activity 3, let us divide the class into groups A, B, C and D. Group A takes a beaker containing 50 milliliters of water and one spatula full of copper sulfate powder. Group B takes 50 milliliters of water and two spatula full of copper sulfate powder in a beaker. Groups C and D can take different amounts of copper sulfate and potassium permanganate, and mix the given components to form a mixture. Reported observations on the uniformity in color and texture are as follows. Groups A and B have obtained a mixture which has a uniform composition throughout. Such mixtures are called homogeneous mixtures or solutions. But they differ in intensity of color. This shows that a homogeneous mixture can have a variable composition. Groups C and D have obtained mixtures, which contain physically distinct parts and have non-uniform compositions. The color of group C and D mixtures is combination of violet and blue. Such mixtures are called heterogeneous mixtures. Mixtures of sodium chloride and iron filings, oil and water are examples of heterogeneous mixtures. Activity 4, let us again divide the class into 4 groups, A, B, C and D. Distribute few crystals of copper sulfate to group A. 1 spatula full of potassium permanganate to group B. Few drops of milk to group C. Chalk powder to group D. Now, each group should add the given sample in water and stir properly using a glass rod. Observe the 4 beakers carefully. Are the particles in the mixture visible? Direct a beam of light from a torch through the beaker containing the mixture and observe from the front. Was the path of the beam of light visible? The path of light beam is continuous and is visible in beakers of group A and B, hence they are called solutions. The path of light beam is obstructed in group beaker, hence it is a colloidal solution. The path of light beam is more obstructed in group D beaker due to large size particles, hence it is a suspension. Activity on filtration. From activity 4, take all the beakers and allow the particles to settle for a while. Filter the contents in all the 4 beakers. In beakers A and B, no solid particles are left on filter paper. Hence, they are true solutions. In beaker C, fine solid milk fat particles are left, hence it is a colloidal solution. In beaker D, a bit large size particles are left on the filter paper, hence it is a suspension. Note we shall learn about solutions, suspensions and colloidal solutions in the following lessons. Summary: mixtures are constituted by more than one kind of pure form of matter, known as a substance. Properties of mixture are similar to the properties of constituents. Compounds do not show the properties of constituents. There are 2 types of mixtures, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Mixtures can be mainly classified into solutions, colloids and suspensions.